Hello everybody, welcome on back to another video on the Unibricks channel, and today we're going to be talking about every LEGO 2026 set leak that we have so far. Now, of course, before beginning the video, I just want to say that if you do enjoy and want to keep up to date with all of the latest LEGO news from me, then make sure to subscribe as well as like the video and turn on notifications, as well as follow me on Instagram and join my Telegram channel. Links to both of those will be down in the description below. But with that being said, everyone, let's get right into it. We'll be talking about pretty much every theme in today's video, and also I want to say that pretty much all of these sets will be releasing for January 1st, 2026, unless stated otherwise. So the first theme that we're going to start off with is LEGO Friends, and the first set that we have is the number 42675, the Unicorn Cake Delivery Car, retailing for $10. Next up, we have set number 42677, the Dog Treats Bakery, retailing for a price of $30. 42678, the Pet Accessories Van, retailing for a price of $20. And then we have set number 42679, the Heart Lake City Bunny Hotel, retailing for a price of $20. 42680, the Heart Lake City Convenience Store, retailing for a price of $20. 42681, the Axolotl Adventure Boat, retailing for a price of $10. 42684, the Unicorn Dream Cafe, retailing for a price of $40. 42685, the Heart Lake City Fashion Show, retailing for a price of $50. Then we have set number 42686, the Fun Indoor Playground, retailing for a price of $55. 42687, the Leanne's Family House, retailing for a price of $70. And then we have set number 42688, the Horse Stable and Riding Academy, retailing for a price of $80. And then lastly, we have set number 42689, the HLC Friends Clubhouse, retailing for a price of $90. Moving on, the next theme that we are going to be talking about is LEGO Minecraft. So the first set that we are going to be seeing for 2026 is going to be set number 21583, Steve's Taiga Adventure, retailing for $10. Next up, we have set number 21584, the Nether and End Portal Journey, retailing for a price of $15. Next up, we have set number 21585, the Chicken Farm, retailing for a price of $20. And then set number 21586, the Pale Garden, retailing for a price of $20. Following on from that, we have set number 21587, the Zombie Dungeon, retailing for a price of $30. And then 21588, the Fox, retailing for a price of $40. And then we have set number 21589, the Mini Biomass, retailing for a price of $60. And then the last LEGO Minecraft set that we have so far is set number 21590, the Wither Battle, retailing for a price of $65. But before I continue with today's video, I just want to quickly talk about the sponsor of today's video, and that is Kooper. Kooper is a 100% free browser extension that helps you save money effortlessly while shopping online. It automatically tests coupon codes, gives you cash back, and even compares prices to make sure you're getting the best deal. It's available on Chrome, Edge, Opera, Firefox, and Safari for desktop, as well as Safari on mobile. And over 6 million desktop users and 3 million mobile users are already using Kooper to save whilst they shop. Getting started is super simple. All you have to do is install the extension, create an account, and when you're checking out, click the coupon button and it does the rest for you. Make sure to use my link in the description of this video and also in the pinned comment to sign up now and start saving today. But with that out of the way, let's move on to the next LEGO theme, and that is going to be Botanicals. So the following sets for 2026 at the moment are set number 11501, the Tulip Bouquet, retailing for a price of $60. 11504, the Potted Peace Lily, retailing for a price of $50. 11508, the Daisies and Lavender, retailing for a price of $15. And then lastly, we have set number 11509, the Blooming Cactus in a Pot, retailing for a price of $35. And then for LEGO Art, we are going to be seeing one set that we know currently at the moment releasing for 2026, and that is going to be set number 31218, the Japanese Cherry Blossom Landscape, retailing for a price of $140. And then moving on to LEGO City, we have a ton of sets that will be releasing for January of 2026, with the first one being set number 60498, the Tractor, retailing for a price of $20. Next up, we have set number 60499, the Airport Fire Truck, retailing for a price of $60. And then moving on, we have set number 60500, the Lego Van, retailing for a price of $30. Set number 605 602, the airport with airplane, retailing for a price of $100. 60503, the Coast Guard helicopter, retailing for a price of $55. 60504, the Coast Guard rescue boat and helicopter, retailing for a price of $100. 60505, the airplane service truck and hovercraft remix, retailing for a price of $70. 60478, the cement mixer, retailing for a price of $40. 60479, the police prisoner transport van, retailing for a price of $20. 60481, the rides police truck, retailing for a price of $10. 60482, the rides fire truck, retailing for a price of $10. And then following on from that, we have set number 60483, the rides construction loader, retailing for a price of $10. And then we've got set number 60484, the rides gaming race car, retailing for a price of $10. 60485, the hot rod, retailing for a price of $10. And then we've got set number 60486, the EV supercar, retailing for a price of $10. And then we've got set number 60487, the yellow taxi, retailing for a price of $15. 60488, the fries food truck, retailing for a price of $20. 60489, the Jetverse car, retailing for a price of $30. And then we've got set number 60490, the snowplow, retailing for a price of $20. And then the last Lego seat set that we have for January 2026 is set number 60491, the motorcycle transporter, retailing for a price of $20. And then moving on to Lego Dreams, we have the set names for the following sets releasing for January 2026. The first one is set number 71508, the Fox Guardian mech, retailing for a price of $80. 71512, the Crocodile Submarine, retailing for a price of $70. 71513, the Nightmare Scorpion Digger, retailing for a price of $50. 71514, the Dino Jet, retailing for a price of $100. And then the last Lego Dream set that we have for January 2026 is set number 71515, the Tiger Shark Tank, for a whopping $130. Moving on to Lego Technic, we've got some interesting sets here, with the first one being set number 42219, the Monster Jam Gravedigger Fire and Ice Pullback set for $30. Next up, we have set number 42220, the Monster Jam Sparkle Smash Pullback for $30. 42218, the John Deere 170H Wheeled Harvester for $10. 42222, the Bugatti Chiron Per Sport Hypercar for $65. 42223, the 1966 Ford GT40 Mark II race car for $75. And then 42224, the Porsche 911 GT3 RAO Rexy racing car for $150. And then the next theme that we are going to be talking about is going to be Lego Harry Potter. So the first set that we have is going to be set number 76459, the Hagrid and Harry's Privet Drive motorcycle for $20. 76460, the Hogwarts Castle Sorting Hat Ceremony for $15. 76461, the Cornish Pixie, retailing for a price of $30. 76463, the Hogwarts Castle Hospital Wing, retailing for a price of $100. 76464, the Cauldron Secret Potions class, retailing for a price of $60. 76466, the Philosopher's Stone Collector's Edition set for $170. We don't know what it is yet. And then set number 76467, the Lunar Lovegoods house for $90. And then the last set that we have is the number 76470, the Flying Ford Anglia for $80. And then moving on, we have Lego Sonic. So we are going to be getting two sets releasing for January 2026 that will be part of these Lego Sonic the Hedgehog theme. And the first one is set number 77117, Sonic's car, which is going to be a 6+ set for $10. And then we've got set number 77118, Silver's car vs Knuckles monster truck, which will also be another 6+ set, retailing for $30. And then moving on to Lego Creator, we've got quite a lot of Lego Creator sets releasing for next January, with the first one being set number 31376, the cute hamster with a flower, retailing for a price of $10. Next up, we have set number 31377, the turtle with a water lily flower, retailing for $10 as well. 31378, which is going to be an 8+ set. The price is currently unknown and we don't know what the name is of the set. 31379, the Fierce Dinosaur, retailing for a price of $20. 31380, and this is another 8+ set with an unknown price and an unknown set name. And then we've got some number 31381, the Fierce Shark with a treasure chest, retailing for a price of $35. 31382, the playful puppy dog, retailing for a price of $30. And then we've got set number 31384, the wild animals colorful hummingbird, retailing for a price of $30. And then we have set number 31385, the sea animals beautiful dolphins, retailing for $50. And then the last creator set that we have is set number 31380, the retro game console, retailing for $20. And then currently at the moment we only have 3 set names for LEGO January 2026 Disney sets. And the first one is going to be set number 43281, the Elsa's Ice Castle and Snow Ride, retailing for $50. 43286, the Aristocats Adorable Marie, retailing for a price of $35. And then 43292, the Cinderella's Royal Carriage, retailing for a price of $40. Alright, moving on to the next LEGO theme, and that is going to be Speed Champions. So the first LEGO Speed Champions set that we have is going to be set number 77253, the Bugatti Vision GT Hyper Sports Car, retailing for a price of $28. 77254, the Ferrari SF90 XX Stratodale Sports Car for $28. 77255, Lightning McQueen from Disney Pixar's Cars, retailing for $28. 77256, the Time Machine from Back to the Future, which is going to be the DeLorean, of course, retailing for $28. And then 77257, the McLaren, retailing for a price of $28 as well. And then moving on to LEGO minifigure series. So at the moment, it's currently only known that we are getting one, which is going to be releasing for January 2026. And that is going to be set number 71051, the Animal Mascot CMF, and it will be $5 per blind box, or £3.50 in the UK. And then moving on to LEGO Ninjago. So the first set that we do have is going to be set number 71849, the Nia vs Elemental Monster Spinner Battle for $10. 71850, the Lloyd vs Elemental Monster Spinner Battle for $10. 71851, Kai's Dragon Met Battle Pack, retailing for a price of $10. 71854, Cole's Mission Mech and Dragon Zane, retailing for a price of $30. 71855, the Ninja Dragon Reuse Battle with 347 pieces. Unfortunately, price is currently unknown. And then 71856, the Jay's Transforming Car with 387 pieces. Again, price is unknown. 71857, Ninja Vehicle Battle at the Treehouse with 642 pieces and an unknown price. 71859, the Full Weapon Blacksmith for $90. 71860, the Dragon of Life with 1050 pieces. Price is currently unknown. And then 71861, the Old Town with 4851 pieces, retailing for $310. And then moving on to LEGO Star Wars. Again, these are all the Star Wars sets releasing for January 2026 because some of the names are unknown. But the first one that we have is set number 75436, Mando and Grogu's Speeder Bike for $10. 75437, the Cobb Vanth Speeder for $35. 75440, the mini scale AT-AT for $60. And then we've got some number 75441, the mini scale Venator, retailing for a price of $80. And then we have set number 75443, the buildable Grogu, retailing for a price of $20. And then following on from that, we have set number 75448, the Shock Trooper Mech, retailing for a price of $15. And then set number 75449, the Siege of Mandalore Battle Pack, retailing for a price of $23. And then lastly, out of all of the current Star Wars sets that are known, we have set number 75452, the buildable BB-8, for $90. And then moving on to LEGO Marvel, again, we've only got a few sets that have these set names at the moment. There are going to be 5 extra sets that we don't know yet. But the first one that we have is number 76335, the Ghost Rider bike for $10, and includes Ghost Rider and Spider-Man. We've also got number 76336, the Venomized Wolverine with Spider-Man car for $20, and you get 2 minifigures in this one, being the Venomized Wolverine and Spider-Man. Next up we have set number 76337, the Miles Morales mech for $15, and includes 2 minifigures, being Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2099. And then we have set number 76338, Spider-Man and Doc Ock mech for $30, and it includes Spider-Gwen, Doc Ock, and Spider-Man. I also want to quickly talk about Avengers Doomsday, which is releasing next December. So we are, of course, going to be seeing sets based off this movie, and expect a lot of the cast that was announced from the chair reveal to be in those sets. I believe it was rumored that Nightcrawler will be making his debut next year in LEGO, and it will probably end up being one of the Doomsday sets. And of course, we'll be seeing a Doctor Doom minifigure as well. And then Spider-Man Brand New Day is also releasing for 2026 in July. Punisher is in the movie, so I'd say that there's a good chance that we are getting a Punisher minifigure next year, and Scorpion is one of the main villains of the film as well, so I would say expect an MCU Scorpion minifigure next year. And then moving on to Lego Pokemon, this was a recent partnership that was announced a few months back. I would say from this theme, of course, we are going to be getting Lego sets. Expect a big buildable Pikachu. I'm very certain that it's probably going to be one of the sets that we are going to be seeing next year from Pokemon. But there we go, everyone. With that being said, this is the end of the video. If you did enjoy, then why not subscribe, as well as like the video and turn on notifications, as well as follow me on Instagram and join my Telegram channel. Links to both of those will be down in the description below. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about all of the brand new LEGO 2026 sets that we've covered in today's video. Are you excited for LEGO in 2026? And will you be picking any of these up? And also make sure to sign up to Kooper as well, using my link in the description and the pinned comment. I'll talk to you guys soon, so peace out, see you later, and bye-bye.